Ladies and gentlemen,
let's get started.
I have thought a lot in the last 24 hours.
Time to get your weekly sports fix.
By the skin of their teeth, they lost.
Then you can just ride it the whole thing.
With Sticks.
Yo, what's up? We back. Day two.
I can't believe
in a row. I can't either, homie. But it feels
rounded us up 2 days in a row. I mean, that seems amazing.
Yeah, right. That we got 2 days figured out in a row, let alone 2 days in the freaking last 8 months. We couldn't get fired up in the right way.
Well, it's where Chris Donovan said. Yeah, I mean, he had the earthquake and the hurricane down there. He's doing the double bang bang, stop and pop everywhere for us. He's got it down there. He's giving us the action. So 2 days in a row. If you plan the number 2 for the lotto, man, you might be on the 17th.
Might be the one to go. Take off that stupid hat. You know what's got me fired up right now? That stupid hat you're wearing right now. That Texas Rangers hat. The hell's wrong with you, fool?
I'm going to tell you what. See, this is how I know that you're washed, because you're like the old dude who stops me at the grocery store while I'm buying some Blue Bunny ice creams, talking about, am I from Texas? No, I just like the hat, yo. I got them all. Yo,
you could have picked a different one. You could have picked a different one to wear when everyone's America's team right now. Your Seattle Mariners are all signs point to go right now, leading the AL West with the Texas Rangers lost to the New York Mets as we speak right now. So the Mariners are full game up on Texas Rangers right now. So, hey, let's go. I guess I
wasn't doing it for that purpose, to be honest with you.
I know, but it just worked out that way.
I guarantee you, the homie has no clue about the standings. Okay, I can keep it real with you. And I'm going to tell everybody, one, this is my MLB encapsulated. I love it. I used to really love it. You know what I mean? That's why I love the old school names. You know how I get. But look at what just happened. Okay, this is the difference between LA and the OC. Look at what just happened in baseball. You got my Dodgers doing this, and you got the Angels doing that, right down the freeway from each other. Okay. Yep. And they both represent the turf, which makes me upset because, to be honest, growing up, I went to a lot more Angels games because it was easier to get there than I did Dodgers games. But that's the difference, yo. It's in Angels and Dodgers, is LA versus the OC. It's real bad. I don't like what's going on. When the playoffs start for baseball, I'm in it. But I know y'all love the new names. I don't know none of the new names, y'all. I just know the dudes that are about to be crusty. Ask me about Verlander and Altuve and Mookie Betts, people that have been around already, who's already on the verge of being washed. Oh, yes, I know those guys. But new hot guys, I picked the wrong damn De La Cruz.
You saw that? Yeah, it's funny. For fantasy baseball, you're like, man, I picked the wrong one. Well, in all fairness, homie, he wasn't available when we did the draft. True. So, you got a De La Cruz. It just was the wrong De La Cruz. So,
I mean, mission accomplished. You're absolutely right. Mission accomplished.
Speaking of, So, anyways, there's our Mariners talk for everyone that was waiting for it. It is out there. Fun team to watch. They almost shit the bed today against the A's, though. So,
JP.
But I didn't get to watch that game. I was at work, but man,
JP came through for you.
JP did. Nice. Good for him. John Paul Crawford, let's go.
Oh, he's the Pope. I didn't know that.
Bro, I had this on our notes like a while back. I put in there before Ohtani got hurt. I mentioned this. Okay. I had it down in some notes, and it was, can we stop the Ohtani hype already? He's not worth it. Injuries, and his ERA is what? I think his ERA is like a 3 something, but I put that in before he got hurt.
Okay.
Which is definitely something intriguing in what's going on now with the Angels, like you said, the complete opposite of your Dodgers, throwing everybody out there on the waiver wire. Which,
what is that? Who does that?
Are still playing? Who?
Hey, look, I have never even done that in fantasy before. Just dumped on my team because I know I was losing. I've never even done that in fantasy before. That dude is a foul guy. That owner, Artie Moreno's a foul dude, yo. Special guy.
And I heard they only saved like $7 million doing it. So I mean, is $7 million going to get you Ohtani?
No.
No,
it ain't even gonna get you, you know what I mean, a piece of Disney back at this point. If you wanted to get some Disney stock back in the Angels, you couldn't even do that. And shout out to the Atlanta Braves being on my anonymous business homie. Yo, they're on the stock market, yo.
Oh,
and they're
yeah.
banging on everybody right now. So it's not enough that they on the stock market and they're getting money for people, but they're coming through. They're banging on people, and you know what I'm saying, and they just treating the Marlins like trash, which they, you know, I mean, it happens. But I love that story too. I don't want that to slip, because you know, homie, love the stories about the stories. Baseball does a lot of great stories. I mean, good and bad. Shout out to Wander Franco. Yeah, I mean, but for good stories and bad stories. But I mean, it's all across the board. I mean, your Mets is paying. For the people that they ain't paying.
For real,
that would be one of the top salaries out there. What?
I mean, baseball. They have at least a half a dozen guys right now that they're paying over like $10 to $20 million
and
to not play for them.
And you can't field those guys. Okay, I could see if it was a dude that's, and some of these dudes are really playing for other teams right now and collecting checks in two places. Shout out to Robinson Cano. Anyway, but if you were Bobby Bonilla,
5, who knows?
Yeah, if you're Bobby Bonilla and you're, been washed and you're just still collecting a check because you made a spectacular deal. But the Mets seem to do this no matter who the ownership is. They keep making these same deals and they keep going for the gusto. Like I just said on yesterday's show, I've seen it go wrong with the Lakers. We've seen it go bad with the Warriors. We've seen it go bad in football too. What was that one football squad with that the Eagle squad that claimed that they had a super team? Was that T.O. and Donovan McNabb?
Sounds about right.
Somebody in preseason claimed, I think it might have been Darius Slayer, one of them old school cats, but they were claiming they had a super team. Maybe it was Malcolm Jenkins, and it did not happen. Okay, so very seldom does this happen. You notice how the Kansas City Chiefs keep their mouth closed. They lost, they win, but nevertheless, they kept their mouth damn closed. Okay, it's all business. That's how you're supposed to do with Belichick's style.
Can't be mad at that. I agree 100%, homie. Hey, well, thank you all for listening. We're back for day 2, as we referenced here. And yeah, we're going to get it going and get it popping. Remember to subscribe, rate, and review on your favorite podcast platform. Go to thisisfunner.com for more podcasts and online content. Grab some merch while you're there from the Funner family. Check us out on YouTube, Sports Fix with Sticks and Us Big Homie. Subscribe and smash that like button. We'll be back on there with some other stuff going, popping off as well. Follow us on Twitter and join the conversation. Razz us, shoot us some questions, shoot us some ideas, give us your thoughts. We're already out there talking a little college football already. Follow me at Stick015. Follow this guy, Nas Big Homie, at homie_anonymous. And as I screwed up yesterday, follow the producer, Chris Donovan, at Chris_Donovan. I knew I was right. I just didn't have a second. I'm going to guess myself. So yeah, let's go. Use that hashtag Sticks and Sports. Yeah, what else you got popping off down there, homie? I see the nice little background. You got the bottles of all sorts of good stuff behind you there.
Back here, it's all, you gotta
top shelf.
Look, this is where the world is going. You have to know what these kids are doing.
Where's the Uncle Nearest though?
See, you know what? You don't put that out.
Got you.
Personal. You got to come with the membership card for that. Fresh out the cask. You know the style. Now, I don't travel in those circles, but it would be nice to, because that's movie stuff right there. But I mean, where you want to drop people off at? I know that you want to discuss a lot of things, but we don't want to overwhelm folks like we did before. Quick, concise, bang, 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 to the body shots. You know what I mean? That's what we try to do.
Because we can go on for hours if we really wanted
to. So we're going to come rapid
we don't
fire
get paid enough
daily,
for that yet.
You know what I'm saying, to keep things fresh for everybody. So yeah, that way the opinions stay fresh, the ideas stay fresh, and we keep going. So bite-sized nuggets, because there's plenty of time for everything. Before, I would think that we would probably try to struggle shoving a bunch of stuff into a box. We try to get all the luggage in there, you know what I mean, to make sure we get all our shit back.
That way we don't have to pay those over weight fees, man.
Yeah, but we could have took a personal bag and then we could have went through it. You know, and that's what we're gonna do now for everybody. You know what I mean? We're gonna lighten the load and we're gonna come through. But you know what? I think we should pull back up where we was hinted at yesterday, and go back at this NFL because, like I said, you don't even know who slapped the hell out of Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, that's right. You gotta fill everybody in on that. That was a little teaser from yesterday.
Oh my God. Everybody clearly knows now because there's no spoilers to be had when you're multiple episodes into a program. Okay. But Hard Knocks is out there. And of course, it's an Aaron Rodgers, you know what I mean? Party. You know what I mean? I don't like all of this. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to serve them well to be all on Aaron Rodgers' nuts like this. Okay. And publicly for the team to be, I mean, I don't know, bro. It just don't look like he a teammate. It looks like they got Joe Montana. I mean, and he's not.
They got Joe Montana.
They act like they got Tom
like
Brady.
Kansas City got Joe Montana, or like.
Well, no, not even that. I'm talking about the myth of Joe Montana. Like you got the myth. But actually, they're thinking like they got better than Tom Brady. Come on, man. I can't even, I'm jumbling over my words because they did not even do Tom Brady like this.
Right.
Okay.
There's no way they were having Hard Knocks with him.
They did not put cameras in their faces and interview everybody's team and say, hey, Tom Brady came to Tampa Bay, and how do you feel now? No, Tom went down there and pulled LeBron and said, everybody come type of situation is what happened, if you remember. So those was all his guys, plus the old guys that was there. So, hey, I don't like all the Aaron Rodgers things, but Hard Knocks is entertaining. Needless to say, making a long story short, hey, Salah's son slapped Aaron Rodgers, yo.
Who? Salah's son?
Yeah, Salah's son. Coach Salah's son slapped Aaron Rodgers. Apparently, they're very acquainted. They're fun friends on the field during practice. They got a dap and they're doing things, and he caught him with a bow.
Nice.
And then Aaron Rodgers runs over to Salah and goes, hey, nudge, nudge. Hey, guess what happened? I mean, your little man just slapped me. What's up with that? And he goes, maybe I needed to get slapped. I don't know. He played it fun. But Hard Knocks is cool. So how far into Hard Knocks have you kept up? Got none
I haven't been able to see it. Dog,
I don't want to know or not want to know.
Yeah, let me know. I did see one clip of the Randall Cobb penalty where he cracked back blocked that one guy. And he's like, man, Aaron Rodgers like, you stupid idiot or whatever. What's wrong with you?
Real.
That 2014.
It really gave him a glimpse into those two dudes' friendship, though, because he's like, they're going to tag you for this. Mm-hmm. And that's your whole preseason check right there. Why did you just do that?
Yep.
That's basically what he tells them in the extended version of the clip.
Yeah, that was funny.
And so it's like, it's real funny, man. But so, how rookies, they always do the talent show situation, and you always end up with the guys out there either half-ass doing it or nevertheless they go in there real hard. And of course, you always have somebody that is a showstopper. And this was Jerome Cap this year. He came out full sweatshirt, everything, and did an 8 Mile Eminem on him. Like word for word, he did it. He didn't lip sync it. He did it and knew the whole song. The whole Eminem when he was up there on stage and he's clowning Free World. Oh yeah, he does that whole final 8 Mile diss to the dudes, but he does it in front of the whole team. It's amazing. It goes over well. Now, granted, he ain't a rapper, so he's not up there doing a performance like Eminem did. He didn't deliver the lines, but he knew the song and he knew what Eminem's lyrics were. So it goes over beautifully. Now, of course, what does that mean when you have to fast forward to the cut day? What did I say yesterday? Did B Rabbit get cut? Now, before I tell you if B Rabbit got cut, on the most recent episode of Hard Knocks, he says, yo, Eminem reached out to me because we posted it. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's great. Now Eminem's like, yo, I appreciate that. I see you. Good look. Now I'm semi-social media famous because Eminem touched down with me. And all my peoples know because now I got the tag. I can send it out there. I'm official. Did he get cut, Slim?
He did get cut. He got cut, and then I believe he just got signed to the practice squad.
Well, that's good, man.
I'm not 100%, but not 100%. But he was like one of those cats they were talking about. They were like, I don't know how deep the Jets wide receiver.
Too deep.
Is it? Yeah, I don't know how deep they are, but yeah, they were talking about him being one of the guys that were going to be able to jump on and go because he's a rookie, right?
I believe so because they gave a lot of college clips. I'm not going to get quoted on that whether he is or not. I don't think he is though.
I can't remember where he's. I don't know where he's
from.
It
was some weirdo college like Cutcliffe, something like this, and they did a whole thing. That was the whole focus of this last episode was the wide receiver room. So you had Randall Cobbs, and his mess up. You had the coverage from the Giants-Jets game, which was the Garrett Wilson touchdown, all that. And the focus of the two young guys that were on the bubble. So they got a speedy, quick, little Tyreek Hill type versus a very tall Randy Moss lanky type that's snatching balls out the air. This kid, Brownlee, that's the kid who made the first catch in the very first week of practice, and it was like backwards, and he's like corkscrewing as he caught it. First week of practice came out. He had the first big time catch, but that's this kid. They're both on the bubble, and then they play out the Giants game. Both of them play well. Did they both make the team?
Brownlee did, didn't he?
Brownlee makes the team. Did Zay? I can't remember what man. Zay Rhodes? No, not Rhodes.
Zay Jones.
Not Zay Jones.
A different one.
It's a whole bunch of Zays.
Zay Flowers.
It ain't Zay Flowers neither. But his name really isn't Zay. They just call him that. It's Xavier or something like this. Okay. But he makes the team too. So shout out to those dudes. But my man Eminem did not make the team. We talked about getting off of Hard Knocks for a minute. Your boy Bobo, you know who all made the Seahawks team? Anybody surprise you that got cut that you were looking like, that's weird?
Well, I don't know how they kept like 6 receivers, and Bobo, Aesop Winston, and Will Landers. I think they're all just, special teams guys at that point when you have that. And, so they're back there, but it sounds like all those guys cleared waivers and are back on the practice squad. So, I don't even know the kid's name that you sent me at the beginning of the season. Sir Roderick, something.
Yeah, what happened to him, man?
I don't know. He's on the practice squad too, but so they just went with obviously Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet and DJ Dallas. I believe are the
that's all that's in that room.
I believe so. There might be one more. I can't remember.
I can't believe they wouldn't have kept the kid over whoever they. I want to know who they have.
Yeah, then
that kid Sirach is or whatever his name was.
Sir Roderick.
Sirach.
Sir Roderick.
Sir Roderick.
Sirach, you said.
Sirach. Sir Roderick. But I thought that kid was real tough. But I mean, if Charbonnet can play, because he got hurt early in preseason. Yeah. And then now that he's back, and if he can jump right in week 1 and it's no thing stopping. If Walker misses time, you're good. And then if you got him and you're good, I thought that they was going to need another guy. But I think you're good.
Yeah, we'll see. What we got? Like 10 days till Sunday and 7 days till Thursday night, 8 days till Thursday night football. The Chiefs in Detroit?
Yep.
That'll be fun.
Goof is about to show off, and this Kansas City is going to drop this first game.
Detroit, baby. You already know.
The reason KC's going to drop this game is because it's at home, and it's going to be like fan appreciation, and you know how that always goes about with when we first come back. I don't think they're going to necessarily care, those guys, but I haven't looked at their schedule completely, and we'll do a schedule run through one time. But I think it'll be cool I think Detroit can go in there and just shock something real quick. But The problem is they cut a preseason game out and then nobody still plays. So I don't like this. So now week 1 is basically is a preseason game to me again, which we were talking about last season and the season before that when they started doing this.
Right.
But I don't know what I'm dealing with. So now when I'm talking about, if I'm thinking about going to the counter week 1, unless I'm like tapped in with Vegas and numbers and little pieces of numbers, I don't know anything.
Yeah, I don't think the Detroit is a bad play on Thursday night at all. For one big reason, the Kansas City's not going to have their biggest super fan, Mr. I rob banks for a living.
Mahomes' brother?
No, the bank robber dude who robs banks for a living and like in his little wolf outfit. That dude finally got caught and he is in the jail. At least last I heard he was.
Tell the people what you're talking about.
You've heard the story? The guy who he calls him the chief super fan. He dresses like a wolf.
I mean, I've heard,
outfit.
But maybe everybody's not so inside as I am. So maybe you should tell them.
Yeah. So their chief super fan who's been going to games for years, in a wolf costume or whatever.
Yeah.
He evidently over the last span of the year, he's been being chased by the police under investigation for
unwanted man
bank robberies. And that's how he pays for his tickets to the game, and that's how he gets flies to all the games and gets in on. And that's how he was doing it.
Sole purpose was his sole purpose to do this and to afford his fandom.
Dude, it has to be. Like, why else?
Respect to that, man.
Why else would you do that and flaunt it like that, and then finally got in and finally got caught up and got it captured, as they like to say. But
every time you watch these shows with these dudes, when they show the bank robberies, and they also have the dudes that got away and they did it multiple times, and they always say they did it one extra too many times.
Yeah.
So once you get away once, whatever you got, that is what you got. That should be your career for bank robbing.
It should be all she wrote. Move on to the next.
Don't go back and try to repeat championship. Don't go back and repeat the title, though. No. Don't do it. Respect yourself.
Catch yourself outside and go on and play the next one. Next game. Shit. Well, hey, homie, you want to speaking, we were talking about Rodgers and quarterbacks earlier. Do you want to run through a top 5 of your top 5 QB1s right now? And maybe your top 5 QB1s that are your bottom 5 QB1s, as we'd like to talk about?
I don't know. Let me look at my sheet, though. I'm pretty sure I could pull together something, but I don't know which one would be more entertaining. Actually, you know what? I'll do my top 5, and then I'll let you do the top 5. Then I can figure out the bottom 5 will actually be entertaining in the meantime. All right. So I'll go from 1 down to make it interesting for you. So we know who number 1 is. Number 1, the quarterback, is the quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs. That's Patrick Mahomes. That's simple. But number 2 may surprise some people, but then again, it may not. It should be Jalen Hurts, yo. That should be a no-brainer for everybody, right?
I ain't mad at that.
Okay. But it's arguable. Yeah. Number 3 is a problem because there's a situation going on here. But then I'll explain further. It's Joe Burrow, yo. It's Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's far and away better than all of these other quarterbacks, yo. But if this dude is injury prone, and we're looking at a dude who keep getting hurt, yo.
He hasn't got a new contract yet either, has he?
That's what I'm saying. And we're seeing it, yo. And if he doesn't do it after making to the Super Bowl, sounds familiar, coming back the next year, and next year, oh, now there's somebody else because I got hurt that might take my... This sounds awfully familiar. Shout out to my boy Goof. Okay? This sounds very familiar, yo. So watch out for Joe Burrow because if he get hurt, that's his caveat. And you're going to get the caveat one. Number 4 is Josh Allen. The only reason being because I don't have nobody else to pick. I'm going to tell you right damn now.
You got Hurts in there. You got a couple other ones.
There is no number 5. I don't know.
No number 5?
None.
I think
if you think that I
think
was going to put Aaron Rodgers on this list on legacy or any of that, that's not happening. Because are you telling me I should put Aaron Rodgers in a situation over Daniel Jones and a consistent team? Goof. Okay. Trevor Lawrence, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson.
See, that's who I thought you were going with on number 5 would be Herbert.
But that's what I'm saying. All of these dudes are the same. In terms of productivity, nobody's has set themselves apart yet.
Yeah.
You got to keep it real. The top 4 dudes have set themselves apart. Right? And if Lamar came back with another solid season, no questions asked.
Then Lamar's definitely in the top 5. Yep.
No questions asked.
100%. Lamar is definitely in there. He was in there. One. He was in our top 5, 2 years ago? Maybe even the beginning of last year?
Exactly. All of these other quarterbacks in the middle are just Phillip Rivers, Matt Ryan, all of them, they're interchangeable. Goof, Herbert. I just figured this out.
You got to throw Geno in there. So they're like tier 2.
All of these dudes are the same because
the
situation is good for all of them. They all have great situations. So now we're going to find out with performance whether one quarterback is better than the other one. But preseason, I can't say that because Rodgers got question marks all over him with a brand new team. And all of the guys that he would normally throw to are all old and haven't played yet. Washed. Yeah, come on, Lazard and Cobb, he's not throwing to those guys. He just got those guys money,
Well, the only thing I like the Hurts play in there in the top 5, but I went with a little different
what you got?
A different theme than you have. I went with basically your passing quarterbacks, old school style.
Okay.
In the pocket, not going to run much quarterback style. And I don't say much because my number 2 guy is probably the only one out of these 5 that will run. But of course, number 1, I have to put everybody's favorite new quarterback on a new team, Aaron Rodgers, hands down. MVP candidate every year. Number 1, top 5 quarterback. Plus, that's my quarterback, my fantasy quarterback. You need a big year from him to bring home another championship.
This is the same dude that said Big Ben 1 year too long. This is the same dude that said Eli Manning 1 year too long. The same dude that said all of these dudes. I told you to be done with all of these. You need to stop it.
Josh Allen, number 2, just because he's proven himself and he's definitely got that arm and he's, got a good offensive line to keep him off his back. And number 3, I went with your boy, Young Herb. That's what I thought. You'd at least put him in your top 5. Lots of weapons out there with the new offensive coordinator and Kellen Moore also. That could be big for him.
They don't know each other.
Yeah, well, they got to learn each other. Young Herb just said, "Hey, put the ball in my hands and let me throw it." That's all you got to tell Kellen Moore right there. And then I have your boy Joe B. I agree with the injury prognostication or whatever the word's called. Number 4, and then at number 5, I threw Trevor Lawrence in there. All these guys are all passing quarterbacks. And then, like you said, after 4, you could throw a half a dozen more quarterbacks in there. And then by the time you get to 12, 13, 15 and on or whatever, they're all a tier 4. And then you got the bottom 5 or 6 that are literally the bottom of the barrel.
Okay, hold on. I think that there's a group of dudes that we shouldn't even have no opinions about yet, though. You know what I'm saying? I think that they should be tax exempt, if you get what I'm saying. We relate to old school stuff. But because these dudes are unproven. But, okay, there's some people I do got opinions for, though. But I think that there should be a category of, okay, maybe we should now I ain't talking about rookies now. I'm talking about dudes whose first run. Hey, you better chill out on my boy Sam Howell. You better respect my man.
I
Sam
didn't put him on my bad list. He'd be in that fourth. He'd be in that third tier though.
My God. But see, he's got to be in that. Like, you have to chill. You have to wait and see. Let's call it wait and see.
Okay.
Because you know who else got to be on wait and see?
Who's that?
You know who else got to be on wait and see? Okay.
Yeah.
Is Jordan Love. Jordan Love has to be on wait and see. What do you mean? Are you going to sweat this young man fresh out the box? Okay. Because not only first rounder coming out freshly this year, a lot of pressure. He's been sitting, he's been chilling on ice, fully marinating, but we don't know what he got, but he looks good. Shut your mouth, wait it out. Now, on the converse, Mac Jones, trash, yo. Okay, look. Okay, top five, bottom five. Let's go bottom five. We'll go from the bottom. 5 is out of the league already. We already know who that is. That's Kyler Murray. Beat it. Kick rocks.
True. Yeah,
nobody's ever hired. That's number 5. Number 4, the second worst, in my opinion, has to be Ryan Tannehill. Okay. Reason being, he's Ryan Tannehill. And all they want to do is give the ball to Derrick Henry, and they won't throw it to a wide receiver even when they get him. It's got to be him. Number 3 has to be Mac Jones. They don't want to give him no weapons, y'all. They don't even care. They're just going to play defense all year. Watch. Go the under, New England. Number 2 is the Atlanta quarterbacks. And then whoever it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoever it is. And then the
steady dose
would be
Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, exactly. And the name is CJ Stroud. That's the bottom 5, yo. Because I think Bryce Young is out of the bottom 5. He's not bottom 5. I've seen him do a little something, even though he's gonna get thrown.
Well, and they got and I don't even know if I'm gonna get to my 5, because now that you started talking about the wait and see, I kind of like that better than my quote unquote bottom 5. I'll just add a couple in there.
You know what? I was gonna say you could leave
CJ Stroud
for tomorrow.
CJ Stroud with Frank Reich could be good.
Could be. I ain't seen a damn thing yet. I'm telling you.
Yeah, well, it is preseason. You know, you gotta be able to, or not CJ. I said Bryce Young. Did I say Bryce Young or CJ Stroud?
You said CJ Stroud.
I meant Bryce Young with Frank Reich in Carolina, right?
That
Frank
one's
Reich
good.
in Carolina. Yeah,
That's
I like
good.
that.
Yeah.
But CJ Stroud, yeah, it's hard to see anything.
Another
from him.
defensive coach. You got D'Amico Ryan's defensive coach. Not gonna work.
Yeah. But then to add to your Arizona, like you said, would you say all the Atlanta quarterbacks? You might as well throw in the Arizona quarterbacks with Josh Dobbs and
I don't know who
Clayton
they are.
Tune.
They're not in the league.
No, and so that's interesting to see there. You know, and I had your boy Richardson on the list, but I think I'm hating on him a little too much. I think he might be all right.
Yeah, he might be waiting.
Might not all right, but you know, Minshew would still be a better qualification,
for sure,
quality starter for you. Especially now that you don't have Jonathan Taylor back there. So, you know, they'll see what happens there. And there was one more I just flipped through because I had these notes going, and
you have no opinions about Justin Fields, Baker,
Fields, Baker, Brock Purdy, or Sam Darnold. You might as well throw the San Francisco quarterbacks in there either. I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, they ain't winning more than 6.5 games or whatever.
Wow.
No, I think they're scheduled like
you went out on
9.5 or whatever it was. They're crazy. San Francisco ain't going to get
San Francisco is 10.5. Well, we went down, maybe. I don't know.
No, you're right. Was it 10.5?
It was 10.5 enough for what I got down here.
Yeah, it was crazy. Some crazy number. I was like all day under, no problemo.
Yeah. But
yeah,
all of those dudes are just that category of serviceable.
You know,
they're just good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And to close it out, we're talking about the middle tier 5, and all those bottom 5 you just talked about. You can't tell me my boy Jameis Winston couldn't start on any one of those teams and make them a better team right there.
He's a better quarterback than them.
Jameis Winston, shout out of the, you know, I always have to give my boy Jameis Crab Legs a shout out every once in a while, every year, a couple times.
Crab leg.
Yeah, that's your line, homie. I knew he had to beat you to it. But yeah, so hey, another episode in the books, guys. we'll get to a couple more. Hey, homie, before I forget, I have a function tomorrow night, so I won't be able to jump on, or won't be able to do it tomorrow. So, Chris, you hear that? So tomorrow we'll be out. We'll talk about Friday.
More.
You got 2 minutes.
Yep, we're closing it out right now. So yeah, homie, I'll keep you posted we can figure out Friday. So we'll do that. But hey, everybody, thanks for listening. Freaking A, where are we at? What are we doing? Technical difficulties. Doesn't work.
Review. Go to thisisfunner.com.
That's right.
Thank you, yo.
There it is. I got it right here. Remember to subscribe, rate, and review on your favorite podcast platform. GoSpunner.com for more podcasts and online content. Grab some merch while you're there from the Funner family. Check us out on YouTube, Sports Fix with Sticks, and subscribe and smash the like button. Follow me on Twitter at Sticks015. Follow this guy and Big Homie at homie_anonymous, and always follow the producer, Chris_Donovan, baby. Hey, appreciate you, Chris. Thanks everybody for listening. We'll be back soon. What you got for the people, homie? I know there's something on the tip of your tongue.
It's really not. Peace and love. And don't forget, this is Funner.
That was Sports Fix with Sticks. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review the show. If you want to join the show, use the hashtag SticksandSports.
Winners don't make excuses.